Kingdom greetings. This is God's handmaiden Autumn. God gave me the go ahead to just basically give a short testimony. And the testimony is basically about church abuse. Many years ago, there was something that happened that I experienced that, caused me a lot of trauma within the church. And I was reflecting over my life, and the Lord brought up this one incident where I was feeling so terrified this particular Sunday to be in church. And on the inside, I just had a lot of anxiety. And some people may not, understand what it's like to have that, especially associated with church. Some people think it's like far-fetched, to even speak of something like this. But I remember on the inside, I was feeling so much anxiety. And basically, I just wanted to bolt for the door, leave the church immediately. I don't believe that I was showing this on the outside, but internally, that's what was going on. And there was a young lady that I didn't know at the time, which later became my friend. She said to me in that moment, she said, I don't know why, but I need to hug you. And she, put her arms around me and embraced me. And in that moment, it caused so much fear and anxiety to go. And for one more day, I could just stay, within the church and not feel that those triggers. And, that's just an example of being sensitive to Holy Spirit. What if the girl that later became my friend, didn't have that unction? In that moment, I felt like God had answered my prayers and gave me strength for that day to actually physically still be able to stay in the church. But what if she wasn't sensitive to God? And that's just something that I want to admonish, fellow believers to be sensitive to God. You don't know when somebody walks through the doors of a church what they have been through, even if it was just for that morning, what it was like. Another story that I remember, like a lady telling me years ago, that some church members always made fun of this one lady because she was never on time for church. But it came, to people's recognition that she had a husband that was not a believer, and she basically had to take a whooping every time she would go to church because her husband would beat her. So it's just like, we have, as believers, we have to be so sensitive, to what other people are experiencing.